introduction of Makerere University Mindset Education course. One of the things which keeps our people behind is the mindset. Even now in the 21st century, you hear people saying, these white people are very clever. They can do this. We can do those same things. And we have demonstrated that we can do them. Okay? The killer electric vehicle, the vaccines that are coming out now, they are made by our own people using our own resources. The problem is the mindset. Always waiting for somebody, somewhere else to do this, and then we buy. So just like any other society that has the desire to grow and develop, Ugandans are seeking change in all aspects of life, be it social, political, economic development. Most underdeveloped countries are facing challenges such as political instability, corruption, poor economic performance, soaring debts, climate vulnerability, etc., all of which are consequences of the inappropriate mindset of the citizens. For everybody to be able to do their work, when they feel that they are in a safe environment. Of course, as you are aware, we have been doing our best to ensure that everybody is safe here, and I've been mentioning some of the measures that we have taken in the past. So, Makerere University is cognizant of the increasing concerns and emerging needs of addressing risks and safety for students, staff, and other stakeholders who operate within and outside our campus. It acknowledges that students and staff vary in terms of risks and exposure. The university is also aware that providing a safe and conducive environment is critical to ensuring that the staff, university programs and operations run smoothly and effectively to achieve the strategic mission of the university and contribute to the development of our nation. As a 21st century responsive university, Makerere has purposed and is intentional on enhancing its safety and well-being measures as one of the pathways to realize our strategic plan 2020-2030. There are some known risks areas and likely spaces of occurrence, including but not limited to academic and learning spaces, accommodation spaces within and outside the campus, administrative and support services spaces, walkways and other public spaces in the university, research, fieldwork and internship placement spaces, campaigns and election of student leaders, and even staff leaders, sports and games competitions, and others. So what are the mechanisms that we are using or have been using, but which we want to enhance? The university has increasingly instituted mechanisms to improve safety, including, among others, policies, guidelines, and the other implementation frameworks, including the policy and regulations against sexual harassment, the gender equality policy, the student regulations, the human resources manual, policy on students with disability, and the others. The measures that we have taken include why do we take these measures? We are taking measures because the university has a clearly stipulated strategic direction for 2020-2030, whose achievement heavily relies on a safe and conducive ecosystem. We want to continue providing the human right of a safe environment to all students and staff. A safe environment is a prerequisite for a positive mental health to foster a meaningful academic journey. Makerere University, as a thought leader, continues to evolve and improve policies and practices to respond to new and emerging challenges affecting students and staff. We also intend to promote dignity and respect among students and staff, even in a more holistic manner. So what's the journey to enhancing safety and well-being targets? So the journey targets the following. 1. Development of Makerere University safeguarding policy, through a co-creation process championed by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic Affairs. So, as I told you, this is part of our strategic plan. In our strategic plan, we undertook to enhance creating a conducive environment, including coming up with all these policies. And one of the policies is the safeguarding policy. It shall be a student-centered policy. Student leaders and representatives shall be actively engaged in risk mapping and identification of desirable actions. Because the majority of the people on campus are the students. We have a population of 30,000 students. The staff are 5,000. So the students are actually the biggest stakeholder here. So they have to be involved in whatever we are doing, whatever we are proposing. A confidential and responsible reporting and management system shall be established to enable reporting and managing of incidences. Sometimes students are fear to report, if whether they are being harassed or something. So we shall put in place mechanisms where they can report, without even maybe even concealing their identity. All students, undergraduate and graduate, as well as staff, academic and administrative, will be called upon to actively participate in this process of formulating the policy, and later its implementation, monitoring and evaluation. The university partners, especially accommodation facilities, shall be key stakeholders in the process, so they will also be consulted. The second issue is mainstreaming career guidance and mentorship services at Makerere University, starting with the development of a policy framework and capacity building for certified mentorship allies. 3, strengthening the communications and public affairs arm of the university to monitor media publicity about the institution and act accordingly. Of course, a lot of times we learn about what has happened to our students from you people. Okay? You don't even call first to say, is it true? You just read. You just read, oh, a student, Makerere student dies somewhere. It is good that you inform us. But sometimes it is good if you first check with us some of the stories. Also to protect the institution's branding. 4, accreditation of hostels, which is alternative accommodation spaces for our students. Out of the 35 or so thousand students we have on campus, only 5,000 reside on campus. The other 30,000 are residing elsewhere, mostly in hostels that surround our university. Okay. So we are going to accredit the hostels where our students stay, so that we can monitor the conditions in which they are living. We have established a hostel accreditation committee, which is to engage with the Hostel Owners Association. We will sign MOUs with the hostels that we eventually will accredit. And of course, once we say we have accredited the hostels, those are the hostels we shall be advising our students to stay. We cannot dictate where people must stay, but we shall advise the students that these are the accredited hostels. You are advised to stay there. You can accept the advice or you may not. But of course, we shall assume that because we now have a relationship with those particular hostels, they will abide by what we have agreed to ensure that the students are safe in those hostels. We will establish a grievance management desk and appointed a student liaison officer. So now students with any complaints can actually go to this liaison officer and lodge complaints that they have. And we will have a designated point of contact for reporting concerns or incidents. And this officer will be handling that. We also establish and operationalize the Disability Support Center, which has been approved by Council. We have reviewed the policy on students with disability, and through that we have established a Disability Support Center. So this will be set up, of course, in phases, and the purpose is actually to improve the experience of the university by students with disability. So the next issue around the strategic plan is on how do we make our research available in the community. How does our research contribute to national development more directly? Okay? Through creation of jobs, creation of companies, and so on. So Makerere University has a huge potential for research and innovation, as you know, which has remained in the university due to lack of support mechanisms. Every year our students come up with the proposals, they come up with the prototypes, but they make them work and demonstrate for purposes of getting their degree, and then they go looking for jobs when they actually have a job already created, and maybe they can employ other people. Therefore, Makerere University Innovation Hub was established in August 2022 under the Vice Chancellor's Office as a platform to provide supporting mechanisms for commercialization of innovations towards sustainable industrialization. Many times I have been hearing people say our students cannot get employment because they have not been prepared for that. And I always ask, where is that employment? The fact is that we do not have employment. We do not have employment opportunities. We don't have industries to talk about. And it is our own people who must create those industries. Industrialization will be done by Ugandans, not by foreign direct investment. No amount of foreign direct investment will industrialize this country. We must do that ourselves through the people we produce. So we have established this innovation hub, which we think will be the engine for that. The primary beneficiaries are the students and staff, while the secondary beneficiaries, of course, are government, private sector, the community, development partners, and civil society. This hub will welcome people with bright ideas, with good ideas, even if they are not Makerere students or staff. So we are already working in some of our units with people from in Katwe. You have heard of the Katwe Metal Cluster. That is an initiative of Makerere University. That's why those people in the Katwe are now able to produce things like inverters and export to South Sudan. We are working with the Neighbor Furniture Cluster. That's why you go to shops now and you look at furniture and you think it is from Malaysia, but it has been made by our own people. Okay? So Makerere is already making some steps in that direction. What are the current interventions? Since its establishment, the following are the interventions. Operationalization of the Innovation Hub with space and staff for takeoff through development of the strategic plan, guidelines, and mapping key players in the ecosystem. The 2.7 billion shillings has been allocated from the RIC funds, has been allocated for commercialization of innovative projects that arise out of the research which is being done using the RIC funds and any others. So far, 40 projects are going through the process of intellectual property management to commercialize. My colleagues from the hub will expand on that in case you want more details. Setting up a state-of-the-art innovation pod with 10 design labs with support from the UNDP. The UNDP is collaborating with us, giving us support to establish these design labs. And I think we have started getting the equipment already. So we will be soon maybe inviting you when we are launching that hub. Mentoring future women graduates in STEM in Africa in entrepreneurship with support from the Royal Academy of Engineering in the UK. Creating a platform for innovative young persons with disabilities in Uganda with support from the Royal Academy of Engineering. We want to tap into the potential of our people with disabilities, a lot of whom have actually really very good ideas and they can become entrepreneurs. But because of this impediment of no support, they are not able to bring out that potential. Providing advisory services, incubation linkages, internal and external, stakeholders, and space to students and staff. Training opportunities for students and community through a Dream Achiever program in partnership with Impact Media Consortium. Again, Kathy can talk about that. Ignite, and also Ignite program with the Start Hub Africa, and Social Equity program with the Junior Achievement Uganda. So we are working with a number of stakeholders already in Uganda to try and make sure that what we have started succeeds. International collaborations with the University of York to support commercialization. York is in the UK, capacity building and program rollout. And the University of Cambridge focusing on enterprise development programs for Africa. The Innovation Hub is located at the Makerere University Useful Way Central Teaching Facility, which I think we know very well now. The third area in the operationalization of our strategic plan is the introduction of Makerere University Mindset Education course. One of the things which keeps our people behind is the mindset. Even now in the 21st century, you hear people saying, these white people are very clever. They can do this. We can do those same things. And we have demonstrated that we can do them. Okay? The Kira electric vehicle, the vaccines that are coming out now, they are made by our own people using our own resources. The problem is the mindset. Always waiting for somebody, somewhere else to do this, and then we buy. So just like any other society that has the desire to grow and develop, Ugandans are seeking change in all aspects of life, be it social, political, economic development. Most underdeveloped countries are facing challenges such as political instability, corruption, poor economic performance, soaring debts, climate vulnerability, etc., all of which are consequences of the inappropriate mindset of the citizens. And unfortunately, this includes people who have gone through our great institution. Occasionally you hear so and so is in the court, an engineer, district engineer. Of course those have come through here and they are being charged of corruption. So where is the problem? Despite all the work we do and say these are professional ethics and all that, we still get some of those people going astray. The main aim of mindset education is to contribute to the decolonization of higher education in Uganda and Africa. We must decolonize higher education so that our people know that they are just as good as anybody else, even maybe better than our former colonizers. Mindset is a set of attitudes or self-perceptions or beliefs people hold about themselves and their abilities. This attitude that I can't do anything, somebody else must do it. We hope will be resolved by this. For example, when people believe that the government is responsible for providing them with jobs in order to get a source of income, they are less likely to make an effort to initiate ideas that help them get out of poverty. I have seen people who have invited me to a group, a WhatsApp group, which says, graduation is done, what next? And I have seen them holding placards. We have graduated, we want jobs. And they said the government should give them jobs. Of course, the worst one is the things you say. I listen to Bouquet, I watch Bouquet very often. And I think it doesn't pass a day when there is somebody on TV saying, tusaba government tuyambe. Every day, in different parts of the country.